just wait till everyone enters the room, so to
All right,
speak.
UN greats.
Oh, hell yes,
We have liftoff. Fucking beautiful. It's all working. Holy
it
fuck.
is. And we can remind people again later on when we have more people here, but for the record, I am recording this as we continue our special piece on the Whitey Awards as a general overarching theme. And so, we don't want there to be any sort of missing chunks of that. So yes, we'll be recording. How until while we wait for folks to join, Sid, you seem to be. It seems like you don't like Nazis. I don't understand what's the problem. Why do they upset you so much?
Well, the fact that they fucking exist for one in the year 2026, I mean, that's enough to be fucking angry about them. But yeah, they're also low OQ, so that means we can bully them and no one cares. You know what I mean? Like it's for anyone who's actually a bit, what's the word? Sort of got a bit of a dark soul. Just a reminder that you can get all your evil sort of energy out by dunking on and harassing and shitting on Nazis because you're doing society a favor. So, like I think if you've got a dark soul, a dark heart, and you've got to get that energy out, then by all means, just fucking give it to them. Don't dunk, don't punch down on nice people. Dunk down on the pieces of shit that they are. Yeah. So
I
anyway,
I heavily
yeah. Sorry.
encourage people who are worried about if, maybe they feel they have slightly too many problematic ideas or whatever, but at the end of the day, they know within themselves they're in the right place. If they're fucking slinging shit at Nazis, fuck man, that's all we need, right?
Couldn't agree more. Just fucking get it out. Like dunk on them. It hurts. It doesn't hurt people, good people, and yeah, you're doing society a favor. So I can just purely throw that energy that way. Yeah, I just like it's funny actually. I've got a I don't know if anyone's been noticing. I've been posting about Tom Sewell. I posted a few clips of his little encounter with a journalist today, and it's actually funny because one of them's gone viral and it's gone a bit nuts. So it's blowing up my phone a bit. But it's amazing how many people out there do not like Tom Sewell. I
hmm
mean, I mean, you didn't have to just look at the fact that there was like a million signatories on that fucking. Remember that? What was it? That petition that went around to
Yeah, yeah,
deport
yeah, I
Tom
remember
Sewell.
that.
There was a ridiculous amount of people. It might have been a million. It might have been less. I can't remember the exact figure, but it was a fuckload of people saying, "Yeah, deport the motherfucker." And it's kind of funny, like revisiting that, and that tweet, obviously, as it sort of circles around, and seeing these people come out of the woodwork and go, "Yeah, fuck that guy. Can we send him to like Antarctica?" Like, or like there's a lot of people saying deport him, and the Kiwis are actually then piping up and going, no, don't send him here. So it's like, what's the middle ground? Well, yeah, like there's an island out in the Southern Ocean we can send him to, or alternatively Antarctica. But unfortunately, the penguins and stuff and the animals have to deal with him, so
And
it's not
they're
exactly
not
fair.
white
Yeah.
either. They're too mixed for his liking.
Maybe that's a good way of reforming the guy, is to actually send him somewhere where he has to deal with the fact that there's lots of you know, black and brown things around him. So then he's like, oh, actually, well, fuck, that's just a part of life, dude, and I'm gonna have to fucking deal with it. Rather than, rather than complaining, whinging on the internet about how he's so hard done by that that these people exist and dare want to live in the society that he does as well.
No, I,
Like
I like
fuck that
this.
guy.
I like this idea, Sid. I think we can build upon this. Maybe what we could do is, and I'm a fair guy, I like to think, maybe we'll put some taxpayers' money behind this, right? A program where we send white supremacists to Africa, and the locals get to be their, you know, manager. And then these people get to learn some real skills. It can be sort of like a jobs training program.
I'll go with anything that works at this point because it's these people get far too much airtime. And I mean, I know we talk about them, but we talk about them because everyone else talks about them.
Mm,
So I mean, it's like hard. It's hard because it's sort of like that circular thing that happens where they reinforce each other, and suddenly these people get far more attention than they deserve because they don't really have any ideas.
mm,
It's just about grievance and fucking pissy whining about how they're not in charge, but they don't deserve to be because they're not supremacist.
mm-hmm.
They're not superior. So why the fuck, If they were, they would be in charge. So they're
Yeah, they
not.
already
So
would be.
obviously, yeah. So the fact that they're not means that they're not the supremacists they think they are, and the fact that their ideas are so also like really are only shared by a very minute population of the country, thankfully. And they try to claim, they'll try to claim nationalists and everyone else as being, we're just saying things that they can't say because they're afraid, or which is the classic,
Oh, I think you dropped out.
you know. Sorry, you there, mate?
I'm here. I don't know if I'm dropping out.
Sorry, mate. Did I drop out or you? Can
Sounded
anyone
like
hear
you,
me?
but you're fine now,
Yeah, I
so
could.
just keep going.
It could well have been. Oh, yeah. I was just going to say it's like the old Ellen Jones thing of like, I got 5,000 letters this week, and it's he can't prove it. He's on the radio. You can't go to his fucking
Mm,
mail room and see if he got the letters or not. And he's just sort of claiming things that may or may not exist, probably don't. And and the meanwhile he gets to claim that the country's behind him, and that's what the NSN do. They seem to claim that they're speaking for Australians or a majority or some kind of a sizable amount, which is fucking hilarious.
yeah, the classic silent majority
Yeah, yeah, the
talking
silent
point.
majority. Yeah, the thing is, they're not silent. those,
Yeah, the
those
very
people generally are the most noisiest motherfuckers out there.
yeah, very
So
funny that they're very much not a majority and they're very much not quiet. They're a very loud
exactly,
minority.
yeah, it sort of goes, sort of going to the sort of second thing that happened today, which was the video that was posted by um, the video that was posted by those young ladies that were sort of harassed by that
Oh
woman.
yeah, yeah.
It was actually apparently quite close to where I live,
Oh
not to
really?
dox me. Yeah, it's not. It's in my sort of general area.
Hmm.
So yeah, they're and I saw the video. I was fucking disgusted by it because it's just a couple young people just enjoying the end of Ramadan, and this lady's come up and fucking harassing them for literally no reason, and which was brilliant. I thought they fucking turned the tables on her and started filming her, and
Hmm.
of course then she slinked away because she knew what was happening and she knew that she was in the wrong. So she sort of, but I mean, that kind of shit. I mean, it does no one any good. It really doesn't. What is that going to achieve other than people just fucking hating each other? Like
Hmm.
we can all have opinions about whether people deserve to come here or not, but I mean, going and attacking a family, a group of people just enjoying a fucking night out, having a walk along the foreshore, and maybe having a meal. I mean, that's just fucking bullshit. And I
Hmm.
don't know, I don't know anyone that thinks that, surely, if the roles were reversed, there was a Muslim guy walking up to a white family, you can only imagine the kind of
Oh
outrage that would
exactly.
have. So, anyway, that's my
Yeah.
little rant.
Well, and the thing about it as well, because obviously, like the whole thing was they were celebrating the end of Ramadan and whatnot. Now, I'm not like some sort of Islam fucking scholar or whatever, but from what I understand, like with Ramadan, they are okay that it's okay for them to eat like at night or something like that. So like, I imagine it's them, going out for like, all right, we're doing like a thing to celebrate the end of it, and we're gonna have a meal because because we can eat now. Um, like I just struggle to imagine a scenario unless they really were making a show of themselves that would have made sense for this lady. Like, like it just made no sense. Like unless there was some huge amount of
Yeah, exactly.
context missing, like she really did just come off as the harasser. Like it's just as simple as that.
And that's the point. It's a really good point as well. Like we don't, there's not enough. There's not, we only get the video that we can see.
Mm,
So on that alone, it's it does paint a picture. And you can't rule out that there was other context. But the fact that she the video started when she was in their faces,
Mm,
suggests that she's approached them basically and tried to grab the fucking camera or grab the phone off one of them and so forth.
yeah.
So, you know, which is, you know, a bit of a usually a bit of a tell as well that someone's bit guilty of doing something or other. But look, at the end of the day, um, you know, that kind of shit. It's just yeah, it's not helpful. So
It's I
you
think
know,
I think you said
pull
it
our
pretty
heads in.
well when you said like it's just un-Australian. It's just not really that's just not Aussie behavior. Not the Aussie
I wouldn't
behavior
think
that
so.
I had grown up being taught.
Yeah,
You know, no,
yeah. I
I
mean, I just
never
can't.
at any point was taught to yeah, it's okay to just go up to a bunch of kids and go, "Oi, what are yous doing taking over our country?" It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like they
Well, that's the
know.
point. I mean, forgot to make just a second ago, which is that you know it's pretty clear going from the video that they weren't out causing havoc. They were just
Uh.
having a bit of a chill, and this fucking person comes out of nowhere and gives them a serve. So, pull your head in, Karen. You know, you know, fuck. I mean, they actually did kind of tell her to pull her head in quite respectfully. I thought
Mm,
they handled the situation beautifully. I thought,
yeah.
considering because a lot of people sort of clam up in that situation or even leave, but they were like, no, fuck you. Like we've got every right to be here. I didn't say fuck you, but they said, we've got every right to be here, and
Mm.
so
Oh,
good on them as well.
my favorite bit actually was at the end of the video where they were all just like, "No, all right, we're gonna leave now. Yep, all right, goodbye. Have a good one. Yep, bye." And she's just standing there awkwardly still. I love that bit. Like this is I said this earlier this morning in a space with you, Sue. I just want to repeat again. This is one thing that I do love where pre 2000s I feel I can easily say this where when we got migrant waves of wherever they came from. Um, a lot of folks didn't necessarily know English. Maybe they did a little bit, but maybe they like in the case of Vietnamese people, a lot of them came over here because they were ultimately refugees from the Vietnam War. They never really got an opportunity beforehand to just learn English. So a lot of migrants in our country haven't really been able to speak up for themselves in any of these sort of casual moments that happen day to day. It's only whatever's been filmed, and obviously that's another aspect where now we can film things much easier and share it around. But also, the kids in the video clearly understand English because they're kids. They've grown up in this country. So as far as I'm concerned, they're Australian. Like they are Aussie. They sound like they pretty well had Aussie accents. They were speaking English perfectly fine. And so you can't pull this shit on people like that anymore because next thing you know, they're going to speak to you with a thick Aussie accent and be like, "What the fuck are you doing here, mate?" Which I think is a very funny reversal of everything. Well, do we want to jump into what we're all here for, Sid?
What was that? Remind me what we were here for. Oh, the Nazi thing. Gotcha.
Yeah, hate
Yeah, yeah.
space.
We're gonna talk. I mean, we kind of have been talking shit about Nazis for a little while.
But we're going to
Um,
get real specific now.
yeah. Well, I kind of feel like we should probably regrade Tommy Sewell because
Yeah?
today was such a pathetic performance. Really, like he deserves downgrading because I think we actually I don't even know. Like I thought he got a pretty low grade last
He
time.
did. He got a 1.
I
Which,
mean, how do you go? It can only get worse.
yeah, I mean, hey, Drew Pavlo, as I put him as US Empire's cheapest propagandist, is 0. So, it is possible.
How could you be worse than Drew though? I mean, Drew hits every mark as being like the guy that doesn't believe anything that he actually says is just
Yeah.
doing it for Elon. He's just doing it for Elon bucks only.
Mm.
But is also like he thinks that he's funny and he's not, and he
Does he
thinks
think
that
that?
I think so. Like because he talks about his posts. Oh, I'm just shit posting my way to
Oh my
glory or
God.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like he actually like I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. It's like a car crash with him, though. You can't look away.
Yeah,
And
100%.
really, blocking him is the best move, really, because I mean, I lived in glorious sort of ignorance of Drew for a long time, and then I stupidly unblocked him, and yeah, that was that. I'm
I
kind of now
tried.
I'm now dialed into to Drew world.
I tried for a while, hoping that if I kept like commenting on all of his posts and just like challenging him to a debate, that that might actually get him to respond. He didn't respond. I was hoping I
He's
could get a convo with him going.
See, I think he's one of those guys who actually won't respond to you because you don't have enough followers.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely think he's that snivelly that he'll kind of go, if I talk to these peasants with 100 followers, it'll downgrade my Twitter algorithms, and I'll be I won't get I won't get the Elon bucks that I deserve this month. So
Mm,
fuck that. I guarantee that that's what it's about.
probably. There's
Um,
something definitely to that. Yeah. Well, the first person we had, funnily enough, considering some conversation we were having earlier in DMs, is Billy.
oh, dude. Okay, I've got something special. Well, actually, I don't know if I should do it. I was going to play the last post and have a minute, and we were going to have a minute's silence for Billy
Mm.
because he's departed. He's departed from March for Australia, and
And
it's
we
a
are
sad
paying
moment.
and we are paying our
But I
respects to the
don't.
soldiers
Yeah,
lost.
but I don't think it's sort of. I'm sort of leaning towards maybe we shouldn't use the last post because I mean that's for people of service that actually have done something for the country, and Billy's done nothing of real value for Australia. So I don't think he deserves. I don't think he deserves the last post, and I think it's kind of disrespectful to the fallen to possibly have
To put him
to
in the
use
same
that. So
caliber.
yeah, but what we should do, I think we really should do, is have a minute silence for Billy.
Mm.
Uh, for the drinkers out there, you can pour one out for him or whatever.
100%.
But yeah, I
And
think
I
it's necessary because you got to respect the fallen
mm.
somewhat.
So
Maybe not.
I'm gonna set the timer so we get it right. Let me just yep, hang on. All right. We're gonna now have our 1 moment of silence for the soldiers we've
Okay.
lost.
Okay.
It's
From
going
now.
now.
Cool.
Now. All right, everyone. That was our minute of silence. Thank you,
Thank you for
everyone.
being respectful, everyone.
That was beautiful, everyone. I saw all of the heartfelt sort of hand signatures that we were putting out there. I really appreciate that, guys. I
Dun,
hope Billy gets to see this, is all I'm
dun,
thinking. So
dun,
for
dun.
Billy
Sorry.
now, Billy being our first one for the Whitey Awards. Now, I have mixed feelings about where we can really put Billy on this because in certain ways I think he's very devoted to the white race, like he's been willing to lose his bank account. He's been willing he's been willing
I
to
don't think he was willing to lose his bank account, dude. I think it just happened. All right. I think it just happened,
hey, look,
and
mate,
he's had to deal with the consequences.
y- the sacrifices we make, okay? Um, he's now unfortunately had to leave MFA. So I think he's pretty devoted. I mean, we had that time where we talked with him, Sid, and he was speaking a lot about his Nordic runes and how like he feels very strong to that stuff as a Nord. So, I can't knock that. I feel like to a certain degree you have to respect that. Um, but he has dropped out. I'm sorry, Oz. I don't know. I do keep approving you. I don't know why you keep being
Yeah, I just tried
knocked
again.
out.
We'll give it a go. Do you want to drop down and come back, Oz? Maybe we can get you a mic again. If that doesn't work. But yeah, the the runes. He was very confused though.
He was
he
a
was
bit.
very confused about, yeah, about sort of what, what kind of, what was a Caucasian, I think was one of the things he was. Yeah, there
Oh,
was a few real.
it wasn't even Caucasian. Like it was worse than that. It was straight up just what is white, and we eventually came to find that everyone in Europe is considered white, including all of the East Europeans, which is interesting because uh, no one really ever says that. Like that's some next level like watering down the definitions that are used for white. Like I don't remember anyone ever looking at like
Does
some
that
gut.
mean Albert is he saying that Albert is now white?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a real discussion like that, the Albanians really shouldn't be considered white,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
know that within those circles they're quite brutal towards Prince Albert. So
Prince
yeah, maybe
Albert.
he's back. Who knows? Um,
Mm,
but yeah, no, he's an interesting guy though, Billy. He really has given up a lot. It's just where I guess now it's the question of why he's had to leave MFA,
mm,
and whether there's been some sort of some problems with the law. Maybe I don't
mm,
know. Like it's either that or maybe it's is the thing is it might not have gone down well with his with his partner or family if he is in a relationship. I don't know that about Billy, but if he is, they probably wouldn't be appreciative of him being debanked and their potential future being damaged because banks are sort of weighing it up and going, yeah, maybe we don't want to give this guy an account because he's you know talking about the White Australia Party and things like that.
and
So
literally pu pointing people in the direction of it and going, "Hey, you guys should sign up for this."
yeah, I mean, it's more than likely. I mean, we can only speculate and,
Go
and
for it.
stuff, and I don't think that we'll ever get the real answers because it would be. I don't think he'd want to tell anyone if that was the
Mm.
case. I think that you've probably learned as much as that we've probably learned as much as that we have from that statement that they gave, but it has come off the back of something that happened fairly recently, which was the debanking and so forth. So I put two and two together, think that there's more than likely there's some connection there. Yeah. So anyway, he's no longer part of MFA. They're losing troops. I mean, I think they lost Adelaide as well a little while ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
Melbourne's never been particularly good for them, and now they're doing their have a barbecue with a white supremacist thing now, which is going to be an interesting kind of your friendly you could argue the friendly Nazi in the neighborhood potentially. I don't know I don't know what their intentions are with their friendly meetups, but we'll have to wait and see. But you
yeah,
know,
you got to admit though,
it's
uh,
yeah.
when it comes to the X spaces that we wish we could listen to, they are the ones we wish we could listen to. They're not X
Well, I mean,
spaces, obviously, they're in person, but you know what I mean.
yeah, the fly on the wall. You'd love
Yeah.
to be it. I mean, we just have to be content with, I guess trying to read the tea leaves sometimes,
Yeah,
but sometimes it's fucking obvious as well.
well, as an avid
Um,
watcher, as an avid fan of this TV series that we're all a part of, I just, I want to know, is Billy going to take
just to
the
stop
rose
you
or
there,
not?
just to stop you there, what would you call it? Would you call it some version of twisted version of like Aussie white like Wignat maps or something? Is that what we're going to call this?
Oh, it'd be
Like,
sort.
is who gets the rose?
I feel like it'd be more like Farmer gets a wife. Farmer meets a wife.
What are they farming though? Discontent.
Yeah, 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 pretty much. Pretty much. But yeah,
And
I
they're
mean,
like, what flower? What would it
What are
be
you
like a black?
fuckers up
Would it be
to?
like? Sorry.
What are you fucking shit stirrers up to?
Oh, us stirring the pot. Come on, give us a break, mate. We'd never do that.
that's not
Nah,
like us at
I
all.
wouldn't call a kettle black. It's all good, bro.
How about just dark brown instead?
Um,
Yeah, I'll get the boot polish out, mate. Yeah?
so I'm feeling for Billy a solid 6.
Are you being sort of nice to him though because of what's happened? Is that kind of the reason?
No, I'm not. No.
You're giving him sympathy points. Because, I mean, how effective is he? How effective has he been?
What are you talking about, Billy from WA?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got I was just to fill you in, mate. We've got a bit of a rating system on because we're just for anyone listening who isn't up on this. So we're kind of we're doing a version of we're doing this their place for accountability, and we're holding themselves to be accountable. If you're a business, you go outside if you want an audit. And white nationalists, and it's upon sort of like their effectiveness. But what's the other criteria? It's sort of like
Well, our criteria is
a commitment to the cause.
yeah.
Was a
Well,
commitment?
it's commitment to the white race. It's their devotion to they're being graded on their devotion to the horrifically oppressed white race, and it's being split into two categories: what one believes and what one does. And see, it's mainly the reason
Okay,
of what one
cool.
believes that I'm giving Billy the 6.
Because you think he's solidly. Well, you can say if he was directing people towards the White Australia Party, he was
Exactly.
He's pretty solid on his beliefs. So yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's fair. But
Yeah.
then he's downgraded by his effectiveness.
Exactly.
As well.
Exactly.
He hasn't really. So you think a 6?
I think
You know what?
6.
I just feel sorry for these guys, man. They went down rabbit holes and got halfway out and got fucked. It's sad, mate. But you know, fuck, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of we're trying to keep this light, Oz. Don't bring.
Don't make it sad.
I'm just I'm a miserable cunt at the moment, so just don't mind me.
That's all good, bro. That's all good. Everyone's
Yeah,
entitled to how they're feeling at the moment. Speak fucking.
Well, hopefully we can all have a laugh. That's, I guess, the reason why we're all
Yeah.
here as well.
So I'm putting forward the
I've got
6.
love for Billy, man. I mean, man, he's had some run-ins and he's called you a fucking useless cunt boomer, and I just think, oh well, if you don't want to hear what I've got to say, just fuck off, you know. Whatever.
Did he call you a boomer? That's a bit harsh.
So I don't
Damn.
wish any ill will, and having your bank account shut down, I'm telling you from experience, it's not much fun.
Oh no.
But you know, I mean, I got mine shut down for other reasons, not for what they're up to. But you know, yeah, but it's a pain in the ass. I know that much.
Well,
Oh, fucking oath it would be, you know.
well, I feel like now that I'm hearing that Billy was rude enough to insult a fellow brethren. I'm now thinking it's going to have to be demoted down.
Are you going to downgrade him for calling Oz a boomer?
Yeah, that's just
Fucking
not
hell.
on. You can't do that. That's unfair.
Yeah, you're going
man.
to stand up for a
you
mate as well.
stand up for your people.
But I'm not a boomer. That's the problem. But yeah, you get that. You know, I'll probably carry on like one every now and then.
So yeah, I'm giving him a 5.
Yeah, I can live with that. So
You can live
Billy,
with that?
5. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with the 6. The 6 was too high.
You're like the 6. That's one more over the first half. That's too much. It's too much.
I drive a hard bargain, dude. You know, when
Yeah.
it comes down to it, I can't give them more than they deserve.
That's
at the end
fair.
of the day.
I mean, look.
And to be honest, I was kind of tugged on the heartstrings a little bit. It's probably made me,
tugged
you know,
on mine.
yeah.
Our next
Bloody hell, Oz! Don't do that to us, mate.
Have your smackdown. I want to fucking kill your fun, mate. But these guys, that I'll give them A for effort, and probably are we rating in 1 to 10 here?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 to
10
10.
to
1 to
being
10.
high.
I'll give them a
obviously.
10 for effort at least, right? But for execution and activism, I'll give them 3.
Oh, okay.
So 6.5 you're running out. Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Hey, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. The man has appeared in the room himself. So Billy, just to fill you in, mate, we're just grading you on your your devotion to the white race. Because we're, as you might have heard, this is a hate space, and we're holding you white nationalists to account. Because we feel that you guys can't really do it. You have to outsource if you want a true audit of of people. So yeah, we're kind of throwing we're throwing some ideas about where you sit in the white nationalist sort of, what
Leaderboards.
would you say, the leaderboards. And you know, I tell you what, you do it better than Tommy Sewell. All right, we gave
Yeah,
Tom a fucking caning,
yeah. He only got a
uh,
one, so
and he got
put that
marked down
into
for today's
reference.
pathetic. He got
Yeah,
marked down today
he
for
got
today's
even.
pathetic effort as well. I've downgraded him from a 1 to a 0.
I'll
I think
officialize that.
I think Oz is saying 6.5. I think we gave you a 6
Well,
for like
I gave a
overall.
6, and you you downgraded it.
Well, yeah, I was arguing 5, but I mean, I can live. I think, and now that you're in the room, I kind of feel sorry for you as well because you have to put up with our bullshit. So, so you'll give you an extra mark because you're here and you've turned up.
Give you an
So
extra mark
6.
for attendance.
Exactly. He's got an extra mark for attendance. I mean, that's fair enough, isn't it? He's turned up. He's getting,
That's
you know.
nice.
Well, I mean, we're good guys, really. We're just misunderstood. That's all.
We're good guys, I swear. We're just misunderstood. Well, because remember, we got a lot of people to go through, and there's inevitably going
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
more.
We can't
So
get bogged. We can't get bogged down.
yeah, we can't get bogged down. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, Billy, but we did spend already a lot of time on you, so we are moving to the next one. Maybe we'll come back. You never know. Our next person, I swear I didn't order this with this intention of like, lol, news has come out about these individuals or whatever, so I'm now gonna have us talk about them. That was not my intention. We have just landed on them. It's just that they were the next people. But our next person is Lord Albert the Albanian.
Yeah, Prince, the good Prince himself.
I love that you call him Prince Albert because whenever you say that, I think of Prince Andrew.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, there's a reason why I'm calling him Prince
Oh,
Albert,
okay, okay.
though.
It wasn't intentional. Okay, fair, fair, fair.
No, it's very intentional.
So I think Lord Albert, look, I'll put it, I'm not gonna put out a solid number yet, but I'm gonna say I feel like he's, before we start upgrading, downgrading, really running through the
Oh, so you're
details.
taking like a preemptive stab
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm
before
gonna
we
do it
actually.
like that. I'm gonna
Hang
do it
on.
like that
Do
from
we
now.
need other people to help us decipher? Like, I think we maybe need a few extra sort of voices
We
in
will
these sort of
need, yeah.
discussions. So if anyone has some solid opinions on Prince Albert, please come up and give us the tea because he's a complicated character.
Yeah.
Billy's head straight up. I mean, Billy, if you want to come up and roast the comrade, by all means, by
Wait,
all
doesn't
means,
that kind of
that's
go against the nature of what we're doing here?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to defend him. That could be another thing as
Well,
well. But
that would
I
make
don't know.
sense.
I doubt it because I know that Albert's on the outer when it comes to the
Mm.
sort of the nationalist kind of scene at the moment. Like
And it,
I got given a shit list the other day of like people who were
oh,
kind of on
really?
it. Yeah, yeah, and it's funny because Marshwood's on it. He's in the room too.
Yep.
Hey, Marshwood. So he's on the shit list. I actually keep teasing Marshwood about that. So because I think Marshwood actually give him a quick roast. So Marshwood, that's why Marshwood's kind of been in the trolls a bit. He's sort of, I think he feels the need to kind of get some points back with his brothers and
Mm.
sisters in the movement by
Trying to claw
sort
his
of
way back in.
by defending their honor whenever I troll, Biaki and those people.
Well,
So,
maybe that sounds
Marshwood's.
like when we get to Marshwood, we're gonna have to upgrade his initial score if it
I didn't
sounds
even
like.
think Marshwood was on the list. I thought he was. I thought we decided he was too
Oh, that
insignificant.
might have been actually the case. Yeah, no, now
Yeah.
that I'm
So
looking
we're
at it,
having
we
like
did take him off.
we're having a bit of a. I mean, he's significant enough to mention because he was on the shit list.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm only mentioning the shit list because Albert's on it too. So So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, so it was Albert, Marshwood. I'm trying to think who else was on it. There was there's about 7 or 8 names, but it was quite funny. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm
I
getting sidetracked. So Albert, what do we think?
Well, I was gonna say starting off like a 4 because from what I understand, a lot of the people in their crowd haven't appreciated. And hey, we've got people like Billy here. They can confirm this even just with a quick like thumbs up. From what I understand, he was pretty well kicked out because he just wasn't taking anything seriously. From what I understand. So we don't necessarily know what that means. Like, what wasn't he taking seriously or whatever? But that's how I've understood it to be. That he just wasn't a very serious player in a sense.
Yeah, there was something about him running a Discord channel, and apparently there was certain things said that attracted the attention of the feds, and he made a joke of it or something, and because that was where the
Ah,
source of that threat to Rudd, I think it was it Rudd or someone, or who was it? It was someone about kidnapping something or someone or other. And yeah, he got roasted for that, which is probably, I
fair.
mean, rightfully so. I mean, if you're in a group that kind of operates, as close to the sun as those guys do, then yeah, fucking, it's probably not a wise move to have people sort of acting like that.
100%. And, you know, not to, well, I mean, I guess it depends, we've been hearing conflicting theories. Are Albanians white? I don't know. Um, so it makes it hard to know whether or not he can be devoted to the white race.
I think he can be devoted without being like, because there's a lot of simps people that are willing to like. I mean, look at someone like Andy No,
Mm.
or who else is there? There's
Oh, we
there's
got
a whole
Billy
bunch
coming
of
up.
people that. Oh, Billy's going to come up. All right, Billy, give us your best take on Albert, because we're dying to know.
Can I sidestep from Albert just for a quick second?
You want to
Um,
defend yourself there?
no.
Okay, just checking.
I've got a question on the list, if it's the right one that I'm looking at here. How the fuck is Scott Challen a 9? Where did that number come from?
Oh, that we
Did
came
we
up with
grade
that
Shallow
because
Chell?
we did. We rated him a 9 because he had the because he had the Rhodesia flag.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was part of it. Yeah, because he's got the Kekistan flag
Yeah,
and he's got the Rhodesian flag in
yeah,
his basement.
our logic was he's really devoted. It's just that he's really
He
quiet
can't
about
tell
it.
anyone. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can't tell anyone right
Which
now, but we know that he's like,
yeah, he's
yeah,
like
he's
a 9
pretty
in
fucking.
hiding.
Yeah, I can see it. Like Billy's jealous, actually. Scum, like, fuck these guys. Like, how did that guy get such a high score? I mean, I get it, Billy. I really do. Like, it must be quite an insult. To have someone like Scott Challen fucking
And
higher on the ratings.
and then like well, I mean, we had Juggernaut as 9. We were very kind with Juggernaut, I think. I think
Yeah, but
we
Joe,
we
like, but Juggernaut's kind of the guy that I think we justified that, not to go back over all those guys and stuff, but we
yeah.
kind of justified Juggernaut because he comes across as like the OG, like the OG guy who's been around forever. Everyone seems to listen to the guy when he speaks, and
Yeah. He's got
he's kind of
commanding power.
he believes that he's got commit. Yeah, he's got respect within the group. I've never heard anyone bitch about the guy. So yeah, it's sort of like,
The whites love
I
him.
mean, we're not anyway. Just that was, yeah,
Well, I
just
mean,
a thought.
I feel like Juggernaut's ruffled enough of your feathers to warrant the 9, but Scott Challen's a fucking he's basically a opposing influencer. Like,
But
So
is
you
he?
think he's sort of like he's destroying your movement almost?
Well, that's what they think, right?
no, I think he's not even a part of the movement. I think he's just a larper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, that's the thing. It's sort of hard. It's hard to tell, because I hear all sorts of things about the guy from people who seem to know him well. So, um, and yeah, I can't. It's sort of like the pool that there's been a lot of dirt thrown into. You can't really see the bottom yet.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I don't exactly know the bloke, but I know his little fucking prison bitch bender quite well. So yeah, that was
oh, there
my
you go.
deflection. Carry on with the Albert roast because it's
Yeah.
entertaining.
Okay, cool.
Well,
As long as we're entertaining.
unfortunately, with the Albert roast, there isn't like as me and Sid are kind of saying, there's only so much we know because just a means of access to the information, and so it's like all I know is he's out of the club because he's unserious.
And also the fact that he's Albanian. That
Well,
plays a big factor as well.
that was sort of like he already had a disadvantaged marker on him.
Well, I mean, you can just go and look at his profile, and there's plenty of fucking ammo there to hold against him. I mean, the bloke's a retard in pretty much every sense. I mean, the god shit isn't the actions of someone with any modicum of intelligence.
Wait, the what shit? Sorry, I didn't hear that. The what shit?
Albert truly believes he is God.
Oh yeah, I have
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that. I did see that. That was funny. That is funny. I mean,
Can someone can you fill us in what the fuck that's all about? Like, is he because there's obviously some autism going on or something along those lines, right? Like,
Um,
and I'm not having a go at people with autism at all. I'm not saying that that's in any way. I'm just saying that there's something that's. Oh, hang on, we've got Viscount in the room. Viscount, can you help us out here, mate?
yeah,
Can
help
you
a
give us
brother out.
some help a couple of brothers out and give us
A couple white
the
brothers.
lowdown on fucking Billy. Sorry, on Albert. All right,
Well,
I've given
well,
Viscount the.
okay, cool.
I'm trying to give Viscount the invite. Take the bloody mic, Jesus!
Take the fucking mic.
Take the fucking mic, Viscount.
Um,
Here he is. The floor is yours, Viscount.
Well, good evening, everyone. I didn't. I've only just got in here, so what are we up to? And
we're
what
taking the
happened?
piss out of Albert.
So
Oh,
we're grading. You're probably aware of this. We're grading the. I have to keep repeating this because we're new people in the room. But essentially, we're giving an Albert a grading based upon his his devotion towards white nationalism and his effectiveness, as well as various other sort of qualities. And we're wondering, like, what would you, as someone who's somewhat been in the circles that he has been, what would you have to say about Albert as in regards to his sort of
His
place
advocacy.
within his advocacy? Yeah, what his place within white nationalism.
well, I don't think you can start with Albert without addressing the fact that he alone has brought upon himself more contention than any other member in this community around the question of whether or not he qualifies as white or even worthy of being an Australian or even a nationalist.
See, this is the tea. This is the tea we wanted, Viscount. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been praying. We needed it. We needed a true insider to give us some perspective, because we've got the outsider perspectives, which is us, but now we've got like a pure insider, so we get like a full picture,
And that's what
full
we're wanting.
picture of like, yeah, that's what we really want. So
So
brilliant.
Viscount,
What else? What else, Viscount?
well, I was going to just say real quick, and then Viscount can include this into what he responds with. If you had to put him on a spectrum between 1 and 10, 10 being most devoted, versus 1 being least devoted, where would you put Albert?
Well, I think Albert's in a very weird position because if you ever get talking to, if you ever let him command the topic of conversation, it is eye-wateringly painful. Like he's a weird guy in his own right, but like if you let him steer the ship and talk about what he wants to talk about, it's tantamount to circumcising yourself with child safety. It's extremely uncomfortable, to put it mildly. But
Wait, what did you say? Child safety what?
scissors. You know those plastic ones they used to
So
give
not
you?
even the sharp ones, but like literally the ones that don't cut properly, just to
Yeah,
prolong the
yeah,
misery.
Yeah,
You
the,
want to prolong the misery basically by
yeah, the
doing
ones
that.
we give 3-year-olds to cut paper with.
yeah. That's it.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's very sort of specific there, Viscount. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, look, I've never attempted the home circumcision myself, but I have heard it's very uncomfortable.
I've heard from my Jewish brothers and sisters. It's not a
I-
fun experience.
I've heard very circumcised opinions that do tell me that's how uncomfortable it is.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I've heard many circumcised opinions. I like that Viscount. But we didn't get a number. What would you say for a number on the scale
For whom?
for Albert? See, I gave him a 4, but
Oh, wow. So what does the scale rate by?
well,
1 to 10.
1 to 10, 10 being the most devoted, 1 being the least devoted. I've given him a 4, but as a like numbers so that now, like that's where I'm seeing it, but maybe other people have other info that we can, bump them up or bump them down.
Billy's got his thumbs down. He's saying too fucking high, clearly.
Too high.
Look,
This wants to
Albert,
make them
you
lower
know
than
what I
Thomas Sowell.
But okay, so that's right. I was giving you the intro to talking to Albert and explaining the obstacles into answering this question. However, his I would say, like in terms of his devotion to his own kind of weird AI singularity belief that somehow this will bring about this direct democracy where we vote on every question from the luxury of our phone. The man gets a 10 in his own beliefs, but in terms of his service to, the more kind of, what would you say, the more legitimized movement, the movement that sort of has the people and the personality and the momentum behind it. He probably rates pretty low. And look, I say that effectively. I genuinely don't have any bad blood with the man. I do like him. He can be quite funny and he can be interesting, but he's kind of he's a bit of a side quest on the nationalist journey.
I'm picking up. Okay, these are the vibes I'm picking up from what you're telling me, and you tell me if I'm getting them wrong. I'm getting the vibe that like, oh yeah, he's definitely very devoted to his agenda, but
he's
and
not necessarily a team player. Basically, that's what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, he's
Yeah, I think that's he's okay. I kind of put him with who's a legendary figure that draws this analogy perfectly. Tristan Davies. Tristan Davies is one of these people who he should be all our friends. As a matter of fact, and obviously Davies is a much more irritating character than even Albert, who's makes quite a concerted effort to be irritating.
I've got a side thing to say about Tristan Davies. He was liking my post when I was trolling Biaki, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Is there bad blood between those two? I'm guessing there must be, because there's I just found it really interesting because I'm going, hang on, Tristan Davies is a white nationalist. What the fuck? Why is he? Oh,
Well,
okay, that's weird.
if you want to, we can, look, gentlemen. I will happily regale you with the deep lore, the difference between Woolworths and Coles nationalism, if you really want to hear about it.
I feel that we should actually go down this rabbit hole, because it's like, when else are we going to get this kind of opportunity?
Yeah, we'll allow this rabbit hole for a moment, and then I'll bring us back around to the voting on Albert.
Yeah, it's an indulgence we deserve. So we'll give Viscount the run here.
Oh, you're very generous with your time, gentlemen. So there's a meme It's more of an infographic. There's nothing really mimetic about it. It's not memorable at all. You see the Australia First crowd, all 7 of them, like to bandy about, which is the fact that somehow the NSN and the MFA, which are two completely separate different entities run by two completely separate groups of people. Obviously, we're friends. That's an established fact. We are Woolworths nationalism, and we do not have the gall required to, I don't know, something to do with Jim Salim's Australia First Party, and to truly promote this weird sort of nativism, but not nativism. It's white nationalism, but not white nationalism, and so on and so forth. And so of course, so we are Woolworths nationalists, and they are Coles nationalists. It's a very strange.
Are you sure they're Coles? Are you sure they're Coles? They sound more like Franklin's. Like the really budget kind of, like, basically they disappeared. What's a supermarket that's basically dead? Whatever that supermarket is. Well, yeah, is there Bilo's? Do Bilo's exist anymore? But like, thinking like they're almost out of business ones. Maybe they're like Red Rooster. Like you keep hearing it. Yeah, they're like Red Rooster. I mean, we keep hearing that Red Rooster going go out of business. They don't, but they're really bad at fucking making a profit, basically.
But they're still around. And
actually, Red Rooster are delicious. So I shouldn't really fucking
There's a bit of. Has anyone had any experience in the Hunter Valley?
I mean, when I was a kid, yeah.
Do you remember Henny Penny?
Okay, never mind though.
I've heard of Henny Penny because they used to be like the Newcastle Knights sponsor. That's the only reason I remember Henny Penny, because I had no idea. I thought, that's a fucking weird name. What is Henny Penny? and then yeah. So
So I'll give you. I'll keep this vaguely on track, and this does serve a purpose because look, I'm 99% sure it's a money laundering operation. I'm pretty sure if you went there to try and order food, they would tell you they didn't have any. And if you do manage to get food out of them, it is nigh inedible. It is absolutely horrid. But they are. This is one of these weird little local like Hunter Valley fast food chains that people, people kind of they have this sort of nostalgic attachment to it. And I think so I think that's probably the best way to put it. That's
I think I get what you're
Tristan
saying.
Davies, Jim Salem. That yeah, they are kind of the henny penny nationalism.
for Brisbaneites, they'd be like Brody's Chicken. For anyone who lives in Brisbane, they're like Brody's, like a tiny micro store that is only in really specific areas, but they don't really have any sort of. They've got like cultural influence within those regions, but yeah, it's like highly regional. But
It's
if you
the
live anywhere else,
nostalgia
you've got no
thing.
idea they're there.
They're running on this platform of like keep St Mary's white, like don't build the train line because the nons will come out here. And like, look, I mean that's okay. That's a fair enough. The not extending public transport into the whiter areas is usually a pretty good way to prolong their whiteness, I suppose. But it's what a weirdly niche kind of line to draw.
It is. That is a very niche thing. All right, so I'm going to bring us back around to the numbers just so that we don't lose too much track of where we are. For reminding's sake, I gave Albert an initial 4, but as I'm hearing Viscount describe his Woolworths and budget reject shop nationalism, I'm feeling like Albert is at tops a 2.
I think it's almost bottom of the barrel.
It could. I feel like we're heading in that direction. Yeah. If we
I
get
mean, I don't get me wrong. I don't mind. It's like Viscount said. Like he's not a. Like I didn't mind being in spaces with the guy. He was kind of funny, although he has blocked me now for some reason. I think
right,
that was the Biaki. That was under the
the
Biaki
Iron
command that
Fist,
went out. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Iron
He,
Fist
he
of
basically came.
Iyaki.
Yeah, so some people complied, and Albert was one of them because I don't think I ever said anything that bad to Albert. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking 2 or a 1, and the 1 only being because he's somewhat entertaining.
Yeah, look, he falls under the category of what the kids call low T. It's very low testosterone, I suppose.
He does come across to me as a very, to put it simply, submissive individual. I
Are
got a
you saying
thumbs up
Albert's a
from Billy
bottom?
then.
Are you saying that Albert is a bottom? Is that?
Hey, look, man, I don't know his sexual proclivities. That's between him and his god, but which is apparently himself. So,
Oh, it's very power bottom coded. I will say that.
hey, man, we love a power bottom.
Power bottoms,
Respect
they
to our
deserve
power
love
bottoms.
too. They deserve love too,
Should we
really.
give them also a moment of silence? No, I'm joking. All right, I
Well,
feel
he has
like.
been.
So you go.
No, it's all good.
Well, I'm going to executive decision drop Albert down to 1 because it sounds like there is very little enthusiasm for Albert staying on 2.
Oh no, come on, give him a 2, give him a 2.
All right, all
Give the
right.
man, give him his piece because you got to remember, like the space lasers, he kind of had the right wing spaces in the palm of
True.
his hand, which he would intermittently just mute everyone to go on the most incoherent ramble you ever heard. He really was,
That sounds like a
he's
2.
earned his stride.
He's on his stride. Alrighty. Um, that was good. That was good. I mean, unless we have any immediate objections to that score of 2, I'm happy to keep that there.
Yeah, I
Next,
think we'll give him a sad. We'll give him give him a 2.
we'll give him
Just a,
a.
a
I
pity, a
object.
pity 2, a
You
pity 2.
object?
Who's
I
objecting?
object. And
Manny,
I want
meh.
to be on record, my objection to be on record, because
Well,
I've just sort of recently joined. I don't know how much of the vibe is the same as last time, but like he's a, pardon the pun, spiritual white supremacist. Like he believes it spiritually.
So you think his
So
devotion to the cause is higher?
oh, he's. I mean, he's very ineffectual. Don't get me wrong, but I think he believes it in his soul.
ooh, this is a good point. I mean, depending on
I don't know. I
how.
mean, maybe I'm missing some things
To be
that you
fair,
guys
Mandy,
do.
you are a woke and you are a woman, so that does make it hard for you to judge.
And Albert would actually disregard your opinion entirely if he could.
Yeah,
And
and so it
that's a
kind of
part of
grinds
it.
my
So
gears when you talk about him being a nice guy.
And,
okay, well,
and
I'm
anyone
not
here
saying
on the panel
no.
is that
I didn't say
You
he was
know,
a nice
Mr.
guy. I said that in my interactions with him, I never had an issue with the
No,
guy.
but
Yeah,
this actually is quite funny. This actually happens a lot. I hear you say someone's a nice guy, and I'm
okay.
like, oh yeah, I remember when that person said something sexist or sexualized to me.
Yeah, I apologize because, I take
No,
no
I'm fucking with
responsibility.
you.
I take no responsibility for what these fuckwits say to you otherwise.
Male
And this is the thing,
privilege,
I guess
dude.
it's,
Male
yeah, exactly.
privilege.
It's male privilege. It is male privilege. And no, but you're right. It is because, I don't get treated the same as what some women do in those spaces. And so it's fair to point it out.
Well,
hang on. Could I please
Oh, here we go.
interject? First of all, and anyone on this panel is entirely at their whim could break Albert's heart by pointing out that Mandy is whiter than him, the spiritual white supremacist. Secondly,
I didn't mean he's spiritually white in that he's not white. I mean he's like whiteness is his spirituality.
No, he's a very brown man. He's actually spiritually browner than his skin tone.
Spiritually
He's a very
brown.
brown man.
Okay, well maybe he is just spiritually white in that sense too. But no, I think he does have his white supremacist views are quite developed.
Well, for context,
Mandy.
He
Mandy.
believes them deep down.
Yeah, but for context, Mandy, we gave Tommy Sewell a 1.
yeah,
So he's actually higher on the level of
and
white
Null.
supremacism
Yeah, you
Null's
guys
zero.
are being quite harsh scorers, but also I think what we were talking about with Tommy, fuck you fat dork Sewell, is that he doesn't really believe it. He's just a legend in his own lunchbox. It's worked out how to be a school bully with a gaggle of guys beyond high school.
Can I ask the room on this? There's something I noticed today when I was listening to him talk to the reporter, and see if anyone else has picked up on this. Have you noticed that Tommy Sewell's voice changes when he starts pontificating?
Oh yeah.
Where he takes on a different accent,
Oh, I've noticed.
and he starts and he gets it's almost like a pompous thing where he has to he tries to sound more convincing by changing his voice.
Well,
it's really fucking odd.
He thinks that's what Hitler would sound like if he was a white New Zealander naturalized to Australia.
With South African parents. Yeah. He's such a fucking mutt as well. That's the crazy thing about that dude. But anyway.
I know.
So I want us. I'm gonna have to drag us over to the next person. I feel like because.
So we're not going to entertain any rises there, by the sounds of it. We're going to.
No. Albert is staying at 2. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's put the foot down. You're going, sorry, Mandy, but that's just.
Hey, I said what I said.
Yeah. No, fair enough, man.
It's just like when the government, is hearing submissions on a law, like for example the hate speech laws. We take the submissions and then we ignore them.
They pretend to consult.
Now, if I may just jump in here quickly, we're talking about sort of spiritual brown now. Now, Mandy, I do wish to contend this. Spiritual white supremacy may be one thing, but I'm talking about being spiritually Mediterranean, and I mean really sort of tan, dark Mediterranean. Because what kind of man posts a picture on his business profile of himself standing in front of an early 90s BMW just because it's a BMW? That is a brown man indeed.
Man-made car joke. Me no understand.
All right, I'm ripping us to the next.
Can we go back to facts and logic?
I'm dragging us to the next person, and they are here, which will be fun. Rational Weeb.
Oh, because we didn't finish Rational, did we?
Well, we
actually,
could I just quickly? Have I been done yet, or am I yet
you
to be
were
done?
actually next. Yeah, you were actually next.
Hang in there. See, this is the thing. Like, the word's got out now. All these people coming in, because Beck did the same thing. She came in and I actually was quite self-conscious. Felt quite self-conscious when Beck came in, I felt like it was like the school teacher.
Oh no, Rash
I
wants
think
to
because it
fucking
was
talk.
early in. It was early on. So you've actually let the person speak before we make the grading. So
Yeah, it's probably
what
not.
the fuck?
It's probably not fair to do that, actually.
You can't exactly put her in the goo pile now, though. She hasn't done anything.
No, but well,
So
she's a
are we going
woman,
to do something
so
unprecedented and let Rational defend herself before we
Defend
actually make?
myself, bro. I'm here to talk myself up. What are you on about?
careful.
Well, the defend. Well, I mean, you're going to be defending yourself because obviously this is the space. This is a hate space. If we're going to take
Well,
it seriously.
so again, I'm going to
No, come
give
at me.
a starting number. So it's like an auction, I give the starting number and everyone gets to sort of holler it down or up or whatever. So my
What?
starting number for Rational is a 10. And I give
Wait,
her
is the metric based on like how racist you are, how much of a white nationalist you
No,
are?
no, not necessarily. It's based off of how devoted you are to the white race. Sorry, the horrifically oppressed
Oh,
white
right.
race, which, depending on your politics, that could help you. But
Hang on, did
also,
you raise that? Did you raise that today because of the video? Is that part of your rationale? Because I mean, we didn't really discuss the pre-rating that you gave her, did we? I
yeah,
can't
we
remember.
have.
Have we? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so that was before. That was before today. We gave her the
yeah, yeah.
10.
Oh no, no, that's
Okay.
now. That's me giving her that now.
Oh,
We
okay,
hadn't
okay,
done
yeah. Sorry.
Rational yet, and I'm giving her a 10 because she is, in my opinion, retardedly devoted.
Retardedly, right.
Retardedly. Rachel, if you could, just what we'll do is maybe you can drop down so you don't interject when in
Yeah, so
this,
the
because I think it kind
temptation
of
doesn't
will
get to
ruin
you.
it will ruin the flow. But we will give you the opportunity to come back and defend your honor afterwards. I think that's only fair, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, we yeah.
yeah, I
I
think
was
that's
about to
that's fair
say we
enough. So
basically did that with Billy, but not really. Billy was more interested in just having a bit of a laugh about our
yeah,
bit, so that technically not the same thing. But yeah, so I give Rational a 10 because look, I tried. I tried to have a convo with her, and I did my best, and we'll
and because
leave it at that.
she got through your attempts to de-radicalize her,
Mm.
and because of that, you giving her a 10. That's kind of a
Yeah, well,
That's really
she's
talking up your own de-radicalization, isn't it? I mean, you're
well,
really giving yourself a bit of a fucking, a bit of a bump on that one.
yeah, anyone who talks to me walks away at least a little bit less racist because now they're like, okay, maybe white people are the problem.
You're just a walking derad program.
Yeah. I'm like a debuff. I'm like the support class that you have in like your WoW team. That's just an automatic buff for everyone around them.
Hey, so can I complicate this somewhat?
It's
By all means.
I
it's
know
already.
I said that I know hardly anything about this chick, but you know how we were talking last time about how like fascism is sort of ultimately a suicidal ideology because it ends up eating itself, right?
Mm.
Well, the one thing I know about her is that she wants to take away women's right to vote, and that just seems to me to be hand in glove the fascist suicidal ideology. So I don't think that's really very good for the white race,
See,
actually.
this might be ideal, Mandy. Is you're actually coming at it from a woman's perspective, so
Mm.
you can actually,
And
so yeah.
women are at
I
least
mean, like,
50%.
girl, where's your self preservation? Every animal on earth has self preservation, and you want to give up all of our rights to vote, including mine. So, fuck you.
And white women's.
Yeah,
White people.
yeah. She wants to take away my right to vote too.
Can I speak on this, please?
Um,
Can I get in first?
yeah, I'm gonna let Vo
Well,
count because he wins based off of the gender.
I'll always let
Yeah,
Fucking
Viscount
hell.
go
yeah.
first.
Jesus.
I'd
Now,
Jesus
always let Vi-
Christ.
I'd always let Viscount
Is
go
this a
first,
leftist
guys.
is this a leftist space or what?
No,
I'm going to
this
quickly.
is
I'm going to.
radical. This is radical trans inclusive misogyny.
I'm going to quickly mansplain on behalf of Rational here. Bless her soul.
Please.
I am
Wouldn't
an
that just
advocate
be really
that
fitting?
Shush.
I'm an advocate that no one should have the right to vote. I think democracy is a decrepit and wretched system
All
and
right. Well,
deserves the death it shall
Okay.
endure.
Viscount's score is
Okay,
going
No, I
down.
think what
accelerationist
Viscount
alert.
is actually doing is sort of doing the whole, like, the husband will vote for the family thing, because she clearly said she
No,
wants to take away
he wants the
women's
system to
rights to
burn.
vote, and
He wants the
he's
system to burn.
imparting his own idea on top of hers. So, I mean,
No, he's
just
not even
keep
doing that.
proving me right.
He's not even doing that. He's just saying the system should burn. He's going full accelerationist.
Well, it was supposed to be about what she thinks, and he's like just totally supplanted that. He's like a
Well,
fascist husband.
to be fair, it's never about what the she thinks in
Yeah.
fascism. Why'd you even bring that up? That was just you've just said blah 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 to them.
It's hilarious.
Okay,
But seriously,
let
no,
rational.
I would actually like to know why taking women's right to vote away would preserve the white race, though. Just for shits and giggles. I'd love to hear it once.
I mean, all you have to do is listen to someone like yourself.
Oh.
Oh, sound the klaxon.
Because...
Wait, so does that mean because people have different opinions that we shouldn't allow women to vote?
No, the woke liberal white women are the reason why we're in this mess in the first place. Feminism
Wait,
has been the
woke women
downfall.
or the liberal women?
Both.
And when we say liberal, do we mean little L or do we mean L and P?
all of it.
Well, the L and
So you
P
think
aren't
that taking
liberals.
away women's right to vote is going to save the white race?
I think it would be less retarded, yes.
Do you think women will be happy with that? Like white women? Because we are white as well. I know it feels
And
really funny to say white women are white women as well, but like we're feminists too. So
no, no, that's the problem. You're a fucking feminism is the fucking problem. Feminists are a problem.
Wait,
That's
okay, so
why
how
we're
are you
in this
saving
mess in
me
the
then?
first place.
How, by taking
Not-
away my vote, are you saving me? Because I'm a white woman.
We're saving. It's basically saving people like you from yourself, essentially.
but shouldn't people be allowed to make their own decisions about their own lives?
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh, so you're an
Fascist.
authoritarian.
Put her up to a 10. Back to a 10. Go on.
So you just don't like
I mean,
democracy?
it is a suicidal ideology. Fascism is, and she's not like
So
views
is
are
the
not
path that we're on.
supporting the white race.
No
But
one said
put her up to a
otherwise
10.
Yes,
about
it
the
is.
path that
It
we're on. She's
absolutely
just talking about
fucking is.
fascism. She's just talking about fascism. She never said anything about the path that we're currently on.
When she talks about wanting to save the white race, and then I say, well, I'm a white woman. You're saving me? Oh, I'm saving you from yourself, because people shouldn't be able to make decisions for themselves.
Yes, absolutely not.
All right, well, then you're not really saving anyone except your own fascist ideology.
That's true.
It's giving non-consensual.
Yeah, it is also
Oh
pretty rapey.
no.
We do.
Are you gonna have kids and stuff? Like, it isn't consent like good? Like, this gets to a really weird place, really, really quickly.
Yeah, but how is all consent related to the fact of? Oh, here we go. So, but how does all consent relate to just not being able to vote as a white woman?
Because
It's
then you're not
not
giving your consent
really
over what the government is.
If I don't get to have a say in
and that's how it should be.
democracy, then my consent is
hang on.
not
I
taken into
literally already
account,
explained.
Sorry, Mandy, if you
everything will
don't mind
happen
me.
without my consent. Like, how does this need to be explained to you?
Hang on, Mandy.
What words
Hang
mean?
on.
Would you say that Rational's handing out the non-rhetorical right now?
Why? I've already forgotten what she had said.
Well, how is it that a white woman is telling other white women what to do?
Yeah.
You're having a say.
Snap.
You're having a say right now. You have a say whenever you have a space and talk in that space. You're the woman having the voice. So you want that taken away.
Well, I guess
what if you're in a relationship that actually was a domestic violence where you didn't have a voice and you did lose control? You don't know what that's like.
Actually, yes, I do. Thank you very much. You don't know anything about my life, Sue.
Hang on. Sorry. So you know what the...
You should understand about a woman having...
Hang on, I'm really sorry about that one, Sue. I just really wanted to quickly say. So hang on, just to be clear, you're saying like, oh, you know what the experiences of women who've, as a woman, who's experienced like being in a domestic violence relationship, and thus think it would be okay for women not to be able to have like the right to vote or a lot of these different things.
The right
I'm
to vote
talking
and the
about
right
control.
no. The right to vote and the control over your own life are two completely
Yeah,
different things.
control.
Yeah, but
The
you're
right
not
to
okay
vote
with the
is about the
control over your.
That is
government.
Yeah, but you
so
don't.
It is
You're also
about
not
the
okay with the control of
government.
yourself because you've said that you're anti-abortion. So like you're clearly not in favor of
Yes,
people having
yes, I
control over
am
themselves.
anti-abortion because
But then you're a woman having a voice.
there is only certain circumstances where abortions should be allowed. It shouldn't be on a whim,
It's never on a
and
whim.
it is on a whim.
No, it's not.
you
They have a
realize
child
you realize,
inside them.
Rational, that
They
you've
have
just
to make. They're
contradicted
making a
yourself
very
10
tough
times in
decision.
one go.
No, but just because you
So
guys
you're
are too retarded to actually fucking understand what
no,
I'm
You can't
saying.
just
Having
say
no,
been
we're
born
you're
not
within
too
a woman
retarded.
retarded
has
We're
when
not
nothing to
we're
do with being
retarded.
able
providing.
to
Okay,
We're
vote.
Okay,
Being
intelligent
able to
women.
vote is where they make laws on things like abortion, like domestic violence, like protecting people, like even like having a bank account,
so for the
being able to
record,
own
everyone.
property, all comes from
Yeah,
legislation
Do you
yeah.
think a woman that
100
has?
years before you were born.
I
Whoa,
Do
have
you
whoa,
think
whoa,
voted a
whoa, whoa.
woman.
would you?
I've
I'm muting everyone because we got way too many people talking all of a sudden then. I just wanted to quickly make the point, for anyone who was already here for a bit, this is why I gave Rational a 10.
Well, I mean, yeah, that seems to be
This is the
that seems to be
reason.
a reasonable, yeah. This seems to be a reasonable sort of grading based upon what we've heard tonight. Surprising, but we're here to be surprised. Jono, you had your hand up before, mate. Do you want to say something?
I thought I was the only one that had a hand up. But what would you say of women that have multiple abortions, that use them conveniently? What would you say
I
of those
think the
women?
idea
Are
of
they
a
I don't
any?
I
agree
think
with that
I
And
think the
at
idea of
all.
a quote unquote convenient abortion is just bullshit that right-wing media stirs up so that people get
okay,
angry.
choose another word. What about the poly-abortionists around?
Yeah, maybe they need it.
Listen, I can talk on this because I've been around girls in the past that were strippers and girls like that who did have abortions for that purpose. So that does happen, you know.
No
I
doubt,
don't
no
But the
disagree
doubt.
thing
with that
about
at
that
all.
is like
It does
we need
happen.
we need to
Among the
qualify terms
swingers,
here.
among
Are
the
we talking
swingers.
about the
Yeah.
majority of abortions that happen within, within the first trimester of a pregnancy? Because that's a whole very different situation to much later in
Oh, you want to be
pregnancy.
specific now. So you don't want to admit that there could
No,
be a
no,
large
no.
number
I
of
just want to
women,
define
that there
terms
could
because
be
no,
there
because
could be a large
you're
number of
conflating
women.
concepts.
There
Because
could be a
But there
no,
isn't.
because you're lying with
there could be a large.
statistics. Can you let me
You don't let.
finish?
Look, you're a
Can you let
woman.
me
That's
finish?
why you never let me
Or
finish my
you're just
sentence.
gonna railroad
Okay,
over me?
calm down, brother. She was talking first.
Most abortions happen within the first trimester of pregnancy, usually as soon as a woman can get in. Sometimes there are delays because there are delays in accessing services. So, more abortion services means fewer advanced pregnancy abortions.
Which means
And
no
when we
post-birth
There
no no no
shouldn't be
abortions.
no no no
abortions
no
in the
no,
first
I was
place.
taking a breath. Wasn't finished.
Sorry.
When we talk about the abortions that exist, most of them are in that stage. So we're going to talk about those ones. Let's talk about those ones. We want to talk about
Yes, they
what we're
are.
not going to do is going to say there's all these abortions, and then we're also going to talk about how horrible late stage abortions are and conflate the two.
What I was
Very different
halfway through a
things.
sentence and she interrupted me, Freemason. I hadn't finished my sentence, right? Get it right.
You hadn't finished your
And
interruption, mate.
look, please stop interrupting. I,
Stop.
you know,
I'm done,
so
but you don't need to bitch about it. Now go.
look, you're being a bitch. I'm trying to be civil here. I
No, you
was halfway
interrupted
through a
me.
sentence.
Mandy,
Woman, will you let me finish the damn
Yeah, you
sentence?
just don't have to cry
All right,
about
I'll
it. Go,
stop.
say
I'll
what you want
stop,
to
woman.
say. Go.
I'm not crying, woman.
Sorry,
Look,
you're just gonna keep calling her a woman and you want us to like
what is that
respect
an
her
insult?
opinion? It's just
Say
very
her name.
weird.
Good
It's just very
God.
Yeah,
weird.
Mandy.
Like her
Oh
name's
my
so
Say her
clearly
God.
name.
Mandy, yet you're calling
I
her
can't even see
woman
her name.
over
What
and
is
over
it?
and over again.
All right, Mandy.
Mandy.
That's what. Thanks, Sue. Jeez, I've got a train being run on me here.
Still
Calm down,
bitching. I'm all
girls.
ears. Just go.
All right, can we
Anyway,
go on to the ratings?
yeah, we'll go back to the ratings, but I'd like to introduce me into the ratings now.
Oh, you're in it.
But I'd like to express a little gripe because apparently Freemason's got this penchant for, he's accusing a lot of the right wingers of being, what is it, closeted? It's humorous coming from a bisexual, but nonetheless, I'd like to throw
Yeah,
some
I'm just
stats
admitting
at
of
you.
it.
Yeah, I'd like to throw some stats at you. And there's a strange consumption for a genre of pornography among the quotation marks left, known as stalag porn,
Do you
where
want to
they
know
lurk,
about the weird
where
prevalence of
they
trans porn among the far right?
where they enjoy consuming pornography with these abusive Nazis, and I wonder sometimes if that's why they join the right wing groups. I just thought I'd throw that one at you,
Did you know?
Freemason.
Jesus, that's very specific, Con.
Yeah.
It's
Did you
very
know?
specific.
Did you know that
Do
there's
me,
also a
do me,
huge?
man, do me.
Did you know that there's also a really huge
Whoa.
prevalence? Hang on, I wanted to get this bit out. Do you know that there's also a really huge prevalence of trans porn being watched among far right people?
Yeah, I'd be careful coming from the rainbow, dude.
Well, I mean, you guys seem to really enjoy it yourselves. You guys are engaging in the porn. You guys
Have
I
watch
you
it
mean, this
more
is
seen?
than the
supposed
rest
to
of
be a
Which is
us.
space about
addictive.
rating people's
Which is
fidelity
addictive.
to white supremacy, and he comes in talking about porn and trans.
Yeah,
No, because
porn is degrading women, and it's addictive. And any
because
man that's into porn isn't a man, because it's addictive. And it
It's
is
not
He's having
addictive, I don't
degrading
think.
hatred
We're
for the
done.
women.
gay
We're done
porn.
with
It's
the
just very
abortion talk. We're done.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut everyone for a moment. We're gonna take a breath. So I want to bring us back to the topic. I know it's going to be hard for us to jump right back without having to jump right back into abortion, but let's try not to. I gave Rational Weeb a 10. Does anyone disagree with this? Other than Rational, of course. Oh, I'm getting a lot of love on
I
that
don't
one.
disagree at all.
Yeah, I know
My
you.
honest opinion is a 3, but obviously,
I,
I would put
Shut up, Marsh, just because you got
no,
low.
like
No,
I,
Marsh isn't even registered,
Yeah, Marsh
so
got
you can
actually taken off the list.
Oh.
so you can
That's
actually
like
you can
like
actually take that one to the bank, Rational, for that
ratings are
one.
very skewed and they're not very reliable.
well, if it
Yeah,
helps
Marsh
you
is always
feel
the voice of reason on my stream. I'm here because Marsh is.
if it helps you guys feel any better,
Well, John,
we
I don't
gave
hate you anymore.
we
I
gave
don't hate
Thomas
you anymore.
Sewell a 0,
Right, your
if
break
that helps.
killed me.
So we're going to move on from Rational because even though as much as I did want to talk more on that, we got quite sidetracked and
We don't have to move on, mate. You can. Well, there's no fucking rules here.
we haven't
Go
even
ahead if you
done
want to.
3 people yet.
Yeah, but we can always have another one next week or the week
True.
after. There's no rush.
True.
And I
All
think
right.
You can
Rational.
keep talking about me, that's fine.
Yeah, and I mean, you just got to be. But the thing is, if we keep talking Rational, you've got to be prepared to lose the 10 rating.
I'm fine.
So you might be downgraded. That's the price.
No, you.
That's the risk that
haven't
you
even...
play. That's the risk that you fucking play from having a prolonged fucking
Having a voice.
session basically.
You haven't even heard half of my fucking standing points, Sid. So I doubt that would go down.
What are you
Yeah,
guys
fair
even
enough.
doing? I'm only here because I tuned in and heard a bunch of women speaking, and it's the most women I've heard talking about politics since I worked for the Liberals.
So clearly you don't get out and meet women much.
When we can get a word in.
That's a nice
That is.
self-report there, brother.
So you get a lot of words in.
Touche. I do not. I'm hardly on Spaces. I'm busy during the day. I haven't even been on Spaces, so don't talk shit.
You're the only one on here I've got blocked. You know that?
Jesus.
And besides, they've been dropping in and out anyway. I couldn't get in the space.
The feminist. You were picking on a pregnant woman, telling her to hit the treadmill. You're a vile piece.
We were supposed to be talking about
like
Rational.
I said about glass houses.
Yes, you did. That's what I'm
Can we talk about the
because
one
someone was
acceptable
friends
woman
with
to
an
talk
Indian woman, and then
Anyway,
they weren't friends anymore.
This is about me now, guys, so we can stop talking about Sue.
Can I actually ask
Yeah,
you a
that'd be good.
question, seeing as it's
That'd
all
be
about
good.
you? Are you a white supremacist pick me because you want all the white boys to yourself after, the rest of us are all dead?
I think that's a fair question.
Pick me. That's a fucking. That's hilarious. I'd still have the same standing points that I have, even if I
I
didn't have
take
any guys around me.
exception to the term supremacist. I listen to these guys Anglo-maxing all day long. Do you think that makes me feel like they're telling me I'm less because I'm a wog? Get over yourself, because people express a bit of love and affinity for their own people, and you call them supremacists.
I don't
Take
think
a
that's what we're
breath.
talking about when we say a supremacist.
No, but that's what they call themselves, Tom.
You're
They're
onto
literally,
them, yeah, because
they
they're
do
just owning
self-apply.
it. They're
They
just owning it.
self-apply.
Remigration.
Wait, again,
They
I
just
can't help
own
but
the
notice
accusation. That's all.
we're not talking about
Well,
rational.
Raj.
All right, I'm sorry, Sid, but we're moving on because no one wants to seem to actually talk about the topic at hand. So we're
Yeah, fair
moving
enough.
on to
Fair
a
enough.
new topic because I don't
This
want
is
it
your
to be this.
space. I'm merely a fucking guest. So let's go.
You could kick some people off the panel and be so much more coherent.
Yeah, but
No, I don't think it's the panel that's incoherent. I think it's the number of people.
I think it is.
No, yeah, because we could
So
totally
you just want,
have
you're just
Rational
used
be
to
the
being.
only
Well,
female
hang on.
voice because that's
I
how
think.
she likes it.
Hang on. All right,
And
I'm
you know
going
what?
to
Beck
give.
Freedom's the
Hang
same,
on,
and so
Mandy.
is Monica Smith.
Hang on, Mandy. I'm going to allow one person to talk. Mandy was asking a question before to Rational. I'm going to allow Mandy to say that question again in the hope that we can stay on the topic of Rational. If not, then fuck y'all, we're moving on. If so, awesome. If anyone else interrupts Mandy when she goes to ask a question, or even when she's asked the question and when Rational goes to answer it, I'm moving on. I no longer care then. Go for it, Mandy.
Thanks, that's a solid. It was honestly a rhetorical question. It was a joke. It was a serious joke because she does want, all of us up against the wall, who don't know what's good for us apparently. But yeah, there was really no question in it. It was a question as a statement.
I've got a question.
You're
Then.
just firing a shot
Thank
over
you,
the bow, basically. You just wanted a free.
I got a
You wanted a
question.
free kick. Fair enough.
I got a question more in line with the whole devotion to the white race. So, Rational, if you don't want women to vote, so like are we like going white people or at least white women, we don't really care about what they think. It's not really that
It's not.
pro-white when you think about it though.
It's not really about not caring what women think. It's more about having a say in sort of like the overarching powers. It's not saying they can't have a say in their own household, or let's say the daycare that they send their kids to, or the school that they send their kids to, shit like that.
So
They can still have a say.
why can't they ever say about their own country that they are sending their kids to those daycares in?
Yeah, I mean, you guys may agree with, let's say, abortion and this and that, but I don't. See, like.
Well, there's a lot of men who also are
That's.
pro-abortion. I'm pretty pro-abortion on the stance of as a man, I don't really want to accidentally
Yeah,
impregnate a
well.
woman and then have to have a kid.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Well, you
also a
shouldn't have been
pro-man
having
perspective.
you shouldn't have been having sex with a woman that you don't want to have kids with.
But I want to have sex. But I want to have sex.
Wow, we really are losing a lot of freedoms.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Rational's point of view.
Whoa, crazy.
Well, to be fair, they don't really, to be fair, to Rational, I've never really heard her say that she comes at anything from a pro-freedom perspective. Like, I don't think I've really ever heard Rational
But her
say,
name's
I
fucking
care about...
Rational. Her name is fucking Rational.
Well, yeah, but
Surely
you can
she should
have
be.
There's rational reasonings.
Yeah,
that is a solid point.
You're offending the swingers. You're offending the swingers.
Well, hang on.
It's not about swinging. I'm offended by the idea that I can only have sex with people I want to breed with.
Yeah.
That's a fucking pretty hardcore kind of position, man. Like, seriously.
Sex is supposed to be sacred.
No, it's not.
Well, it says you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that to
We've
me.
been fucking whoever we've been wanting to fuck for
That's
since
the
the days
problem.
of time. No, but since the days of time.
It is sacred, and you can still have it past the age of having children. That's
no, no one over 60. No one over 60 has sex. So it's not allowed.
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what about divorce? Is divorce on the cards, or is
that's a good
is marriage
question, actually.
sacred as well?
there shouldn't be no fault divorce.
Okay, no offense, Rational. If you
Still a
end up
sacred union.
in an
Sexual
abusive
slavery.
relationship, that's on you,
Wow.
man.
I think, you know what? Just put me up against the wall. I really don't want to live in the world that you are envisaging.
No, me
That's the
neither.
freaking Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, I
That
know,
is the
right?
Handmaid. That's
That's
supposed to be
Yeah,
fiction.
Dad said you're going to have more
That
rights in
wasn't
Saudi
a
Arabia.
prediction.
yeah.
That
You're going to have
wasn't
more
a
rights in Saudi
manual.
Arabia than what you are in
Yeah,
Australia.
Saudi
That's
Arabia's
the
going to look like
that's where we're
green and
headed.
grass.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't just be divorcing people because
Do you think people just
you're not
divorce for the
happy
hell of
with
it?
them anymore.
Do you think people
Well,
just
if they're
no?
not
Because you
for a lot of
see,
forced,
my
reasons.
parents. You see,
yeah, there is.
I'm from a divorced. My parents
Well,
divorced. My parents divorced when I was 2, and it didn't really
some are
make
good
that much of a
reasons.
difference at the end of the day. So, like, what's wrong with two people who can no longer stand each other and could even get to the point where the man is actually going to abuse the woman? Why should they not be allowed
Yeah,
to divorce?
that's right. Why
Well,
would
can
you
I answer the
stay?
question, Sue, please?
Yeah, let her answer the question.
Thank you. I was actually gonna say when it does become so like volatile, then yes,
At
there
what
should
point?
be. But
At what point is it considered too volatile?
So I need a
Well-
A lot of abuse is done without
or a
it being physical
therapist.
abuse. Without it being physical abuse, a lot of abuse can be done. So we
When
don't
it's
really regard
deemed
that.
well, I mean, you should really kind of go to, let's say, like a couples counselor or
So
couples therapist and shit like that. When they
hopefully
say there's no
convince your
hope,
abuser to
when
not
there's
abuse you.
no, when there's no hope, when they say there's no hope and they can see it, if it's actually, a sane therapist or psychiatrist or whatever the fuck you see.
So who decides in the relationship when to go to a therapist? Is it the man's decision to make that call, or
Well, it's
does the woman
outside the
get?
house, so it'd have to be.
Who's qualifying these therapists? Are they going to be like religious? Are these going to be men? Like, are women also taken away from
Yeah,
the
when allowed to,
judiciary and other juridical roles under your sort of
can women
bizarre
be the
world where
therapists?
therapists can tell you whether or not you're allowed to get a divorce? Can they be women,
Yeah,
or they have to be men too?
I'm with you,
Yeah.
Mandy, on that.
Can't a woman have
agree.
10 baby daddies? What's the problem with having 10 baby daddies, Rachel?
Yeah, what is the problem?
We're not saying
What is
that.
no,
We're
hang
not saying that.
hang on, everyone. What is the problem with that? What is the problem?
Exactly.
No, yeah, what is the problem? You tell me. What's the problem?
The
It's a
perfect
slippery slope. If
society.
one person is
No, but
allowed
what's
to,
the
then
problem with it?
everybody will. That's why every single woman has 10 baby daddies, of course. It's only rational. Not.
But yeah, let's get back. Who would the therapist be in this scenario? Would they be a woman? Would it be okay for them to be a woman?
Good question.
Yes, because I would still say women would be allowed to work and shit. I'm not saying that they
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
allowed
yeah.
to do fuck all and nothing.
No, we understand. I understand
right?
that. No, I understand. But what we're saying here is you are now, if that person is a woman, you are now giving power to a woman to decide whether or not a couple should or shouldn't divorce. So now that a woman, who isn't the woman in the relationship, mind you, has that power. Is that okay to you?
Yeah, well, mind you, they are better known to, be kind of objective when it comes to other people's relationships, I would say. Personally,
So then shouldn't
experienced
we
when they are
trust the
trained in that.
woman in the relationship about her understanding of the relationship if that's the case?
I'm saying you go preemptively before it gets so fucking volatile that the neighbors have to call the cops. So it doesn't really get to that stage until
A
later
lot of
on, and
abuse
then
can happen
when
before cops get called,
There are also a lot of
A
different
lot of
types of
financial
abuse.
abuse, a lot of
Freemasonry.
I think this is a
healthcare
good time to
abuse,
bring
a
up
lot
the
of
fact that I think Rational is
verbal
only
abuse.
23. Is that correct?
Posey's got a question. Fuck me.
23
Emotional,
years old?
verbal
This
abuse,
is a
emotional
23-year-old woman.
abuse.
Yeah, there's a lot of abuse that can happen before cops would even be
I've got a
considered.
question, Freemasonry. Can I ask it?
Soon.
It's just a simple question. Would you be okay with like your girlfriend fucking other dudes?
So
Within
cuckoldry,
my
is that what you're interested in?
relationship at the
Yeah,
moment,
I'm asking
no.
if Freemasonry is
I
down
think
with
this is a great
cuckoldry.
time to
You
talk
ask if
about the
he's a
social
cuck.
contract,
Yeah.
Freemasonry.
John
no,
McGowan, can you fix the
I
mic again? It's more
don't
interesting
have
than
to
this.
worry about that because I trust my partner, but
No,
also
but would you be?
I got my mic back, but this is too funny, so I'm just leaving it.
Whoa!
I'm muting people because that was a bit much right then.
That was intense, John. What's going on with the mic, mate?
So you're not outright opposed to it, is what you're saying, Freemasonry?
No, we wouldn't. We don't have that kind of relationship. No.
I think
But
what
I've
he's
had
saying
those.
is
I've had
that he
those.
do
wants
you?
his
I've been.
partner to
Hang
freely
on, hang on,
want
hang on.
him.
I've been in a polyamorous relationship before.
So have you been cucked before?
Well, I'm not in the room. I was off fucking
Oh,
other
so
people.
it's not. So
I was
it's
getting
not
my
pure.
dick
It's not
down
pure
elsewhere.
cuckoldry because you weren't there witnessing it, is what you're saying. But like
And
your
getting
girl was
and
was
fucking.
fucking other dudes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I was fucking other chicks.
It's
Have you
polyamorous.
thought about the
What about you,
impact
Sid?
of
Are you also
your...
a cuck, Sid? Are you a cuck,
Wait,
Sid?
but how am
No,
I a cuck?
I'm
How am I
not
a
into
cuck if
cuckoldry.
You
how am
have to
I?
have a girlfriend, hey.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah, no, I get that part.
Aren't you like 45 and like no kids? How old are
I'm
you
not
again,
giving
Sid?
away any personal information.
You're over 40 though, right, Sid? And you're
Oh,
single.
I can't possibly say, mate. You know, like you'll have to just make some assumptions, like you're
Okay, we'll
clearly
just
doing.
take that as a yes.
But anyway, look, I can answer you though. I'm not into polyamory, but I do believe that people should have the right to decide if that's what they want to do, and I believe they should have that freedom. Who am I to tell people what they should do in
I
women's
thought
bedrooms?
I thought cucking was if
So
you were in
theoretically
the
speaking,
room.
yeah. So
I thought
cuckoldry
cucking
is when you.
in
By the
the
way,
room and
we'll all
basically a
agree.
part of it.
Yeah, you got the chair. You got the cuck chair,
Yeah, you're
right?
in the
You
cuck
can
chair.
sit
Yeah,
and watch
bro.
your partner
Bro,
getting.
the only chair I was sitting in at the time was the
So
one
you
that
just
I was
a
having
dude
butt
that's like
cheeks slapping back
Freemasonry.
down on.
You're just a dude who's okay with other guys like fucking running a train through his misso. That's just you.
I mean, like I said, I was getting pussy as
Are you
well.
talking about my missus or
No,
like?
no, Freemasonry. You don't
Oh,
have
okay,
missus.
yeah. So,
Sid,
well, if you said
you're 45 with
Well,
no kids.
yeah, because
okay.
in my relationship
I seem
was
to personally, I seem to just detect some disdain with my life decisions there, mate.
it seems
What's
to
the deal?
Well, like you're always going on like incel shaming people, but like I find that a bit rich if you're 45 with no kids. Like you have
Well,
no
all
girl.
it means is that I've tarped up my entire life, mate, and I haven't decided to have kids. That's all it means. It doesn't
he's a
mean I'm an
bachelor,
incel.
bro. He's a
I'm
bachelor.
a bachelor. I very much.
For all you know, he's getting
What are
more
you
pussy
pulling
than
these
you.
days? Like fucking 40-year-old like HR fucking
Bro, do you
bandwagon.
know
None of your
how
fucking
wild
business,
they
mate.
get?
Who
Do you know
I
how?
sleep
Oh,
with.
Bro, I'm just gonna.
Well, I mean,
hang
you
on.
know,
That's
it's
unfair.
Sorry, Sid, I had to
oh,
do
it's
this
just
because
like,
this was important
yeah.
to mute. But like, have you guys not come across like a 40-year-old HR working woman? Those motherfuckers are wild. They're wanting to have their rocks taken the hell off, bro. They are wildcats. I don't think you know what women are.
Actually, and
I'm going to stand up for the plus 40s here and say that
Sid, do you
sorry.
would you think it's immoral for someone like your age to date someone in like a 20-year-old girl?
What the hell is this conversation?
No, because okay, I see what you're getting at. I mean, I don't judge people on that. I personally don't do that.
So you don't age gap police?
No, because it's none of my fucking business, mate.
I'm 42 and I haven't met a woman under 20 over 25 in like 10 years. So it happens, man.
Yeah.
Is it immoral for me to date a younger man?
Hell no. Go for it, mate. Have fun.
You could date me, sir.
All right, hang on.
Hey, John, are you only 32? Did you say you're 32?
No, I'm 42, dude.
42.
We
Okay,
have
okay.
heavily,
Oh, so that's it. I see
we
where
have
you're going.
heavily,
Okay, cool.
once again, diverted from our primary topic.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can stop.
But that's
talking
classic
about me,
leftist,
guys.
right?
We're gonna have to
Classic
stop talking about me, guys,
leftists,
because
y'all are the ones piping in with your little input. Not rational,
I'm
actually.
upset. I'm upsetting the feminists, so we can stop talking about me, guys.
I don't think you actually
Look, if you
upset
have to
any
go, just
feminists.
go. Like, this isn't an airport.
Freemason, is your missus on this app?
What?
Why?
Hey, John, how's Bruce Lerman?
Yeah, what's her OnlyFans?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for
So I'm going to bring us back around to what we were here for. Our next person, because, like, no offense, but this isn't like happy hour for y'all to just come up and ask us questions.
You know, we should actually do McGowan seeing as he's here and everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here for long. Do me now. I'm still waiting for my Scotty Award, man.
Well, you would have won it if I hadn't. I had to give it to the terrorists for being shitheads, basically.
I didn't even see that it got given out. I just thought it was another leftist half-finished.
Oh, we didn't follow through. Yeah. Look,
Yeah, it was
I
another
understand
not
that.
follow through. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I get that, and I apologise to everyone who had their heart set on the award. And I know you, John, in particular, had your heart set on that. Like you actually had your fucking army engaged in voting, and I was
I had a
very
campaign plan, dude.
yeah.
I put money behind it. I was doing promoted posts, dude.
Yeah,
I
look,
sunk
I'm sorry.
cost in that.
All I can say is that you'll have your opportunity. There will be a Scodies 2026. It's just hopefully we just don't have another terrorist attack like Bondi where because we can't, that's got to be the shit cunt of the year. I mean, going and shooting people. I mean, so that's I don't think anyone can argue against that. But just be a shit cunt for the rest of the year, John, and I'm sure that you'll be in contention for 2026. I mean,
I'm
it's
busy, man. I did most of my shit country at the end of the last year. So now you're telling me I got to do a whole other year of it?
Yeah,
Fuck.
just
Yeah.
dig deep. Do your best, and hopefully it'll come around for you.
Okay. All right. I'll try.
So, Jesus fuck, man. It's like
This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest space I've done in a while.
it's worse than trying to organize a school of kids, I swear.